Hello and welcome back to Realm of Thrones, and we have now arrived in the north. And indeed, the others, indeed the White Walkers are here, and they're welcoming us with open arms. Yes, it's a warm welcome. Is it? Is it a warm welcome? I don't know. No, not really. They want to murder us very, very badly, and as you can see, we are outnumbered dramatically. They have 1,700 troops. We only have 340. I am using my dragon, of course. I mean, why wouldn't I? I need to. I think this is definitely a case where needing to use something is just so very obvious. Okay, so the question is, I guess we're going to have Jamie lead the cavalry here, and the others will... let's actually just see here. Yeah. Well, first of all, we're going to have a bit of a problem here, because obviously we have so many enemies on the field. I am going to have to be very, very aware that... I hope they don't have... Do they have any range? I actually don't know. I have no idea if they do. I don't know if I don't know if they have any ranged. If they don't have any ranged, this should be exceedingly fast. Okay, decent damage. Decent damage. Alright, not bad, not bad. We're gonna have to do basically this almost every single time we go into a battle against these guys, because otherwise we are going to lose. That's the funny thing. They have so many people. I mean, I don't even understand how they're able to gain so many people, but yeah, they do. They do. And let's see, okay. Oh, no, wait. They do have archers. Okay. Gonna be kind of interesting. Just going to charge through a couple of them. Okay, decent. I'm kind of hoping that we'd be able to do more than this. I know, you know. This is already more than enough, I think. Maybe? I don't know. I mean, we've only eliminated 346, which is actually quite a large amount. But I think in these kinds of situations, when you're up against such an extremely dangerous enemy, I think it really needs to be done. I think you just desperately need to do this kind of damage. We are actually doing amazing damage, though, with our own forces, not even with the dragon itself. Doesn't seem particularly necessary, or at the very least, we don't really badly need to. Let's kill that guy's horse at least. There we go. There we go. Trying to eliminate as many of them as I can. Unfortunately, the battlefield is a little bit uneven, not exactly what we want. Let me see if I can maybe do a little bit of something here with some charge damage. My forces have lost one person so far, which I have to admit I think is pretty good. And if I can just continue to weaken them up a little... Oh, this is perfect. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. That's such a perfect opportunity to roast them. Absolutely amazing. The only thing I could have said there was, winter is not coming. Or something. Something along those lines. I don't know. But, yeah. Anyway, I believe... I mean, do I want to call victory yet? I don't really want to call victory yet, do I? I think it's a bit too early. Isn't it a bit too early to call victory? I mean, yeah, they still have... I mean, they have 1,600. It's a significant number. I mean, you can see here, however, me charging through them right now is extreme damage. Yeah, the question is it enough? I'm not sure. Look at that guy. He was like, I'm out of here. Yeah, well, his corpse was like, I'm out of here. Yes. Okay, so far, not too bad. I mean, I have literally injured almost every single person that is going into battle right now, so we should have an amazing advantage when it comes to our forces being able to eliminate these guys. I have no idea what kind of stats the standard White Walkers actually have, by the way. So me, you know, doing this, I might be performing a little bit of overkill. But considering there is a literal conglomeration of, well, almost 3,000 White Walkers, not further than a stone's throw away, basically, from where we currently are. I'm a little bit worried, you know? A little bit worried. I don't really want to have a situation where I have to fight all of those at once. Although, to be fair, I'm actually not sure. I mean, the fact that we have a dragon is basically making this doable. Because I think without this, we would have some pretty big issues. Let's just say that. I think we would have some pretty big problems here. Or maybe not. I mean, the thing is, look at this, look at this. They don't have shields, right? They don't have shields. And because we are an archer-based army, it is actually quite possible that we would have been able to do this without the dragon if we had used a little bit of underhanded tactics, shall we say. I don't want to say underhanded tactics, or shall we say strategy. And by that, what I'm saying is we'd have to retreat in between waves, or retreat after a handful of waves, so that we could resupply our ammunition. That's the most important thing in that case. Wow, massive damage from one flame breath right there. Absolutely perfect. And how many? Yep, we've eliminated 800 enemies. Wow, that is pretty incredible. The thing is, though, should I tell my forces to charge in now? I think we should, right? I don't know. Is it really necessary? No, I mean, it's probably not necessary, but you know, it would be nice to get them a little bit of experience here and there. I'm probably just going to stay where the enemy is going to appear, and I'll probably try to weaken them up a little bit, at least by charging into them somewhat. I mean, I don't always need to... I mean, look, these guys... Oh, yeah, these guys have nothing. These guys have no armor whatsoever. They basically just die instantaneously upon, well, seeing us, pretty much. And, yeah, that is quite funny. Yeah, that is actually hilarious. That is extremely funny. And we otherwise, I think... I'm not sure. The thing is, okay, look. I've checked the composition of the castle that's nearby in terms of the garrison, and I'm a little bit worried about dealing with sieges. Now, the main reason why I'm worried about that is because the enemy doesn't eat. Yes, the enemy doesn't eat, which is a pretty big problem, as you might expect. And because obviously that's been my main strategy, you know? That's been my main strategy all throughout our conquering of Essos. And I have a feeling that because we're unable to do that, it is going to be very difficult for us to capture things. Or maybe not. I mean, I don't know. I've not gone in yet. So I am very intrigued to see what's going to happen here. And, yeah, these guys are not going to retreat, right? They're just going to continue charging us. I don't think they have the ability to retreat or anything like that. I think they're just mindless, you know, just going straight for us right here. And we're just going to zoom the rest of the battle. As you can see, we are absolutely fine. The last remaining remnants of the White Walker army were clearly just 100% outmatched. These guys are angry whites, I believe? Yeah. So as you can see, they have the majority here. And they are clearly very, very simple. Oh, 350 renown and 310 influence, 117 morale as well. Okay. Wow. Maybe we should have come here, you know, instantaneously. Oh, he was executed. So yeah, we immediately execute the guy. And we can also capture a bunch of people here. So now this gives me an opportunity to take a look at some of their stats, which is actually really, really nice. So as you can see, so sadistic whites are the highest level, but you can see here that they are not that good. I mean, they're okay, and they do have Highland throwing axes and things like that, but that seems to be about it. Their armor is not very good, as you can tell. How many? Oh, they did have... yes, they did have quite a lot of those, as you see here. Now, the question is, do we want to capture these? We can actually capture them. Do we want to? Not really, actually. I mean, not really. From my perspective, I don't really want to, considering we're actually trying to... We're trying to defeat them right now. However, I'm actually a little bit intrigued as to what actually happens if we take them into our party. I don't think anything, really. Right? Right? I don't know. Anyway, there's 1,300 prisoners there. I obviously will not be able to take them because I have no town nearby. Well, there is a town, but it's currently under siege, so I'm not able to go in there. And otherwise, yeah, we'll just take the rest of the loot. Obviously, we need as much cash as possible. As I said to you before, I was going to sell a bunch of things along the way, and I did do that. And as you can see, we have, well, 59,000 above what we need to be able to persuade Aegon to join us. And it would be very, very nice if we could get him. Now, what I am actually going to try to do... I'm going to leave Baratheon, I think, because as you can see, there's literally 2,600 people here. I might be able to even... Do you think I could defeat these guys, actually? You know what? I'm going to check something. Let's have a look. Okay, how many people do... okay. Oh, Robb Stark. Robb Stark is literally... Are you serious? Robb Stark is literally a member of this... of the faction, because he was obviously killed. He was obviously killed sometime. I don't know when he was killed, but yeah, apparently he was. Okay, this is very interesting. So, this guy is already dead. And, okay. Okay, wait a minute. So, oh, this is hilarious. Okay, so he has been converted, but Caitlyn has not, as you can see. And Arya, obviously, is fine, I think. I mean, I can't actually tell because I haven't seen her yet. But very, very interesting. Okay, so the question is, do we... I don't know. Do we go in here and attempt to completely and utterly murder them? We could. It is a possibility. I think it is actually very likely that we might be able to do something. Gonna just spec some points into this. Gonna put another point into social as well. I'd like to get to 275 in charm. However, probably gonna be somewhat unlikely, isn't it? Probably. Okay, so the question is, I mean, look. This guy has 2,000 troops total, and this fellow has 1,500 troops total. So the question is, do we just want to wait a little bit longer? Yeah. Yes. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah. Here we go. I'm sneaking up on them. They have no idea what is about to befall them right now. They have no clue. Okay, here we go. we're gonna go in just a second. I'm trying to sort of like maximize our chances here, because this is obviously, I mean, you know, to be fair, we do have the dragon, so dragon, you know, pretty clearly is probably gonna be completely fine. Okay, so wait a second, what are we doing here? Siege? I don't really want to go into a siege, if I'm honest. I don't really want to do that, but I will go into a siege, maybe? I don't know. Not a terribly big fan of doing that with the dragon, but maybe I can make it work. Ah, no, it's just a regular field battle. Alright, well that's fine. I don't really have a problem with that. Funnily enough, yeah, obviously these enemies, they're probably not going to have a particularly good time of things. Okay, we're gonna have to charge these guys a little bit. Oh, that's not a good idea. That is not a good idea. I'm gonna have to run. Ah, get out of there. Get out of there, dragon. Get out of there. Whew, okay, that was harsh. Yeah, that was really harsh. Okay, we're gonna have to actually retreat. We're just gonna get out of there straight away. I do not want to risk my dragon dying in that situation. Whoa, that was really harsh. As you can see. Whew. Okay, thankfully we are the defense, so it kind of makes sense to a certain degree that we're able to retreat a little bit. We did level up once again, of course, and we're going to just go straight back on in. I barely did anything, obviously, but now this is there's the strength. You see, there is the strength of those sadistic White Walkers. We know exactly what they're capable of now, so let's be let's be a little bit more aware of that. Okay. Question is, can I reach them from here? No. Clearly not. Okay, we're gonna have to be a little bit careful here. Is that the edge of the map? Feels like that's an invisible wall. Alright. Okay, they're dead. And, oh, they're literally doing this. This is a bad idea for them. Wow. Yep, this was very bad for them. They should not have done that. That was absolutely perfect. These guys actually have shields as well, by the way, so they are inherently going to be the most dangerous for any army, no matter whether you're using archers or not, I'd say. And yeah, I'm just a little bit worried that they are going to have so many more of them. That's the main problem. Yeah, that might be an issue. Oh, actually, wait. They have some, they have some cavalry. Oh, interesting. Alright, so yeah, let's actually just go ahead and do something about that. There we go. Take them off their mounts. Gonna be a little bit careful here. Unfortunately, my dragon has a huge hitbox. So, of course, he's gonna be taking a load of damage. Okay, I should be able to let my forces deal with the remnants of each wave, hopefully. And so I can maybe dedicate myself to eliminating the, well, I don't know, the new people coming in, possibly. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's actually a thing. Whether it's, I don't know. I am putting my dragon at risk pretty dramatically by doing this. Thankfully, they don't seem to have any thrown weapons. The other ones, the remaining White Walkers, they don't seem to have the same kind of access to thrown weapons that the higher tier ones do. So it could very well be that this will be slightly easier for us now. These guys are archers. Well, that's not very good. Yeah, the question is, okay, you know what? Let's auto-delegate. Let's auto-delegate here. I think we're going to need to. And I think, actually, it's probably going to result in us being able to achieve victory a little bit quicker this time, maybe. Okay, here we go, here we go. We're going to have a little bit of a... yeah, I was going to say, hey, you know what? Let's charge into them, but no. No, I think the small amounts of glancing damage that can come in from that, I think that is a little bit too risky for my liking. I'll try this. Oh, that's actually working. That's actually working quite nicely. Unfortunately, taking some damage. They do have some ranged troops, so it is causing us a bit of pain. Okay, let's try and help out Woon Woon a little bit here. There we go. Just going to charge them down. Going to charge them down again. You know, if he swung while I did this, he would probably kill them all very, very easily. Yeah, no, he's getting help now. That's good, that's good. All right, that's perfect. Now, the question is... We've only eliminated 639. They have 2,000. But... they have primarily very low-level troops right now. Or should we say mid-tier? Mid-tier. So we shouldn't have too many issues if we decide to get... Shall we get off my mount? Shall we get off the dragon? I'm gonna die, I think, if I go in there again. Maybe. Yeah. I don't really want to. Okay, I'm just gonna play from range. If I can. Okay, that actually went a lot better than anticipated. I thought to myself, ooh, okay, yeah, that was very, very good. Oh no, Woon Woon died. I mean, he didn't die, but he's been knocked out. That is very bad, actually. Okay, gonna get off my mount now, and we're actually gonna look for where Woon Woon died. For a very specific reason. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to... do it, but where is he? Where did he die? I'm not going to be able to find him, am I? Probably unlikely. Here he is. Yes, there's his club. Okay, boom. Oh yeah, here we go. I have a giant's club, and it has the ability to cleave. Oh yeah, it crushes through blocks. It crushes through blocks, and it does not care. It does not care about blocks. Oh, this is the perfect weapon. This is literally the perfect weapon. I love it. I love it. Okay, so how many people have we lost so far? Nothing much. Okay, we don't have to worry. I am now becoming extremely overconfident. This is bad for me. This is so bad for me, but look at this. These guys they can block and dodge and do whatever they want. It does not matter. Woon Woon's weapon is incredible. No wonder he's able to kill so many. Wow. Wow. It ignores people's hitbox as well. It ignores friendly hitboxes. And because it ignores friendly hitboxes, it has so much more usability. That is amazing. That is actually one of the greatest additions to a weapon that I have ever seen, especially when it comes to a large, oversized weapon. Because let's face it, you don't want it to be frustrating to use, do you? No. You don't want it to be frustrating to use, because that's annoying. Especially considering an NPC is going to be using it most of the time, right? You know, Woon Woon's going to be the one using it. So, you know, considering the AI isn't really that smart sometimes. Wow. Okay. I am just blown away by how incredibly cool this weapon is. I wish I had my own, you know? I wish I had my own one of these. I actually wonder, do you think I can get one? Is there a way for me to get one apart from stealing it from him? Because I don't want to steal it from him, so that's the question. Yeah, I mean, technically this is not even supposed to be a thing because, you know, Elias is not a giant, and technically he wouldn't be able to wield something as large as this in a realistic fashion, of course. However, he is one of the most legendary warriors that the world has ever known, of course. So maybe there is a possibility that he'd be able to, I don't know, get a lightweight one or something. Yeah, unlikely, right? Unlikely, yeah. Very unlikely. But still, it's cool. It's cool. Okay, there we go. Come on now. Let's do this. Take them all down. And my two-handed skills are leveling up very, very nicely as a result of all of this. There we go. Wow. Look at how many people there are here. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. I want to get in there. I want to get in there. I want to swing all the way around and do massive damage. I mean, how can I say no? How can I say no? There it is. I just wish I'd be able to get into a siege with this weapon. That's it. Just get into a siege with this weapon. I would literally win it single-handedly. Just purely because I'm able to get in there in that very close quarter situation, because it goes through, you know, it goes through friendly units, you know? It goes through them. So if it goes through them, you will literally just be able to kill pretty much every single thing in your path. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And there is the victory against the White Walkers themselves. And, well, I'm very much hoping that they're going to be completely and utterly eliminated here. 642 renown, 447 influence. I mean, really, how can we say no? How can we say no to that? I mean, really, that is absolutely incredible. So, yeah, we can obviously capture the enemy if we so desire. Yeah, you can see here that both of those guys were indeed executed, and we now have the ability to take some of these guys prisoner. For me personally, I am obviously going to be taking them prisoner because we're right next to a town, so it makes the most sense in the world to take them this time. But yeah, generally... Oh, hello. Very nice boots. For some reason, we're getting extremely nice boots in these battles. Don't know what they have, you know, have some kind of fantastic foot fascination for some reason, but yeah, there you go. Anyway, as you can see, we also looted a huge amount of money? No, a huge amount of food in actual fact. So yeah, we can obviously sell that to Baratheon, which is going to be very nice. So let's see here. Look at that. 192,000 is potentially awaiting us here. I highly doubt this is going to be the case. Let's see. There we go. Oh, 90,000. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's actually quite a staggering amount. Okay, so let's just get rid of as many as we can. There we go. And that's 141,000 in cash. This is when it is worth taking prisoners. This is when it's worth taking prisoners, not when you can just gain, you know, 5,000 or whatever, even though 5,000 certainly isn't a bad, you know, it's not a bad number, but I would definitely say that 141,000 is a lot better. So, yeah, we are going to be saying yes to this. And we got 19 skill points in roguery. Wow, pretty crazy. And we also have this guy. Do we want to get this guy? Maybe? I think someone said something about this guy, didn't they? Someone said something about this guy in the comments or something like that. I'm actually not entirely sure. Yeah, maybe. No, it doesn't seem like it. All right, yeah, well, whatever the case, what we're going to do is we're pretty much just going to go into the trade screen here. Obviously, they have no food, so it is going to make all the sense in the world for me to sell a massive amount of grain to them. Yes, there we go. Okay, so I'm obviously going to try to maintain as much food as I can in my own army, because I am going to be going on to a bunch of different sieges and things like that, and I think it really does make sense for us to just keep stuff just in case, because we really don't want to be caught out. You know, I don't want to be in a situation where I literally go and I'm in enemy territory, no friendly towns nearby, and you know, we need stuff. No, that's just absolutely terrible. Whoa, 367? What? How much loot did these guys have? Wow. Okay, that's another 74,000. Trade skill, look at that. 38 skill points in trade. That's hilarious. Okay, yeah, so we now have 574,000, and I don't know where Daenerys is, actually. Is she close by? No, she's very far. Never mind. I was like, is she close by? No, of course she's not. Okay, so Aegon, we're going to be sending a raven to him. He hates us, by the way. He hates us, like, with a passion, as you can see right there. You know, because we took his weapon, of course. We took his weapon. I will send a raven to him, however. And we'll see what actually happens. Yeah, we could try and potentially take this castle. The question is, how are we going to take it? Because, as you can quite clearly... wait, let's have a look. What do they have? They have some higher tier, but I have a feeling we might be okay. I don't know. Feels alright. Feels alright. Maybe it's going to be alright. Okay, so let's have a look. I think Scarface is probably going to be the case. Yep, that's what we'll take. There we go. And, well, basically, Appraiser is the way to go here. Minus 15% price penalty while selling equipment. Generally, it is, in my opinion, a very good idea to just go for 25 points in trade, just so that you can get Appraiser for selling equipment. Because if you're just going to be focusing on battles and stuff like that, selling equipment is always going to be the thing that you'll do. So having a 15% increase in price is decent, you know, it's a decent amount, decent thing to do. So yeah, otherwise, I have maxed out pretty much everything else. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to spec into trade here. And indeed, we did get another point in social, finally. So I could potentially get to Immortal Charm, which is what I actually wanted to get, which is actually quite funny considering it doesn't really do much. It doesn't really do much nowadays. It used to be much, much better in its earlier iterations. Its earlier iterations would have a scaling effect, but now it just does a flat 5 influence, which, all intents and purposes, is actually very, very good if you think about it. Because, you know, if you're a mercenary or something like that, 5 influence directly transfers into your wages, and it can be extremely, extremely powerful in that sense. But, yeah, anyway. Yeah, we can now move on, and let's see, what else can we do here? Well, we are actually just going to be... Should I actually bother destroying the walls? I actually, you know what? I'm not going to. I'm not going to bother destroying the walls. I'm just going to go straight on in, and we're just going to deal with them in a normal fashion. I don't know whether this is going to be a good idea, but I think this is going to be better than... let's actually just try it. I think it's going to be better than me spending a huge amount of time just destroying the siege tower and so on. So let me just see here. Can I... Blocked by object, really? No, you're not really, are you? Yep. Yep, it is. It is completely blocked. I'm aiming way high as well. No, it's not going to work. Alright, that's actually kind of sad. I was very much hoping that we'd be able to use it against the gate at least. But as you can see, they don't want you to do that. So, yeah. Sad, sad, sad. Oh well, never mind. Let's do this. I'm going to try to go up one of these. Obviously, dealing with the White Walkers without Wound's weapon is going to be extremely difficult. Ah. Oh, hello. Hello there. Oh, you're running away. Yes. Oh, yes, that's very good. I like it when you run. That's perfect. Oh, wow. That was embarrassing. Whoopsie. All right. Yeah, now I have fast. Ooh, this is fast. I have very, very fast attack speed now. This is fun. Okay, here we go, here we go. Whoopsie. Alright, it looks like I might have a bit of a problem here. Ah, there we go. Never mind, never mind. Okay, we can actually run away. How are we doing so far? Actually, we're doing very, very well. Unfortunately, the enemy does have a pretty significant population of people in here, so it's not going to be super easy for us. I do have a load of thrown... yeah, I have a load of focus points and thrown weapons now, so I should have a pretty... What? How did I miss that? That was hilarious. What? How did I miss that one? Okay. Interesting. And I hit that one. Of course. Are you serious? That was hilarious. Okay, I'm like, oh yeah, I missed, you know, 2 of the easiest shots in the world, and then I hit the one that is absolutely impossible. Okay, there we go. Just get a couple of things there. You know what I'd love to see? Thrown weapons being resupplied at the arrow barrel. Obviously that's not going to happen, but it would be very, very cool if it was possible. And I believe that is indeed it. They only have around 30 troops remaining, and indeed, I'm actually alive. I'm actually alive, if you can believe it. I personally cannot. I mean, obviously this was not the largest siege that we're going to see in the world, because, I mean, I'm pretty sure the White Walkers have some surprises for us in the near future. However, because we've sent a Raven, you know what's going to happen here. We've sent a Raven to Aegon. I'm actually going to be giving him ownership of pretty much anything we get over here, and I'm going to have him rebuild the North. At least that's what I'm going to try and see if we can maybe make work. I don't know whether it will, but I'm very much looking forward to seeing if we can make that happen. It depends. It depends on if he actually works with us or not. But there you go, 194 renown for us, 154 influence, and I mean technically because we're not formally at war against, against the White Walkers, my people cannot force a peace agreement, which I am very, very pleased about. And look at this, we're actually rescuing a huge amount of people here. I'm actually surprised they took prisoners. What's actually happening with that? I thought the White Walkers just converted people. Okay, well, whatever the case, Let's just take a bunch of these. Because we can. And because they're probably going to be relatively good. For the most part, I suppose. And let's see. Oh, actually, you know what? I could take the rest and just slap them in the garrison, couldn't I? Yeah, let's probably do that. And yeah, we're gonna have to do a little bit of something here. I mean, I don't really care too much about having these as prisoners right now. So we're just gonna let them go for the moment. I don't really want to go back to the town either. It's gonna make me lose people that I don't want to lose, you see, that's the problem. Okay, so let's go into the garrison. And ooh, yeah, this is gonna be very difficult. I actually don't know what I'm gonna get rid of here. I guess I'm just gonna get rid of the lowest tier people. What do these guys go into? Okay, these guys go into those ones. Yeah, all right. I'm trying to see which ones are the nobles. I don't know which ones are the nobles at the moment. These ones? No. Nope. These ones not. Northern Warlords? Yes, Northern Warlords. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so Northern Horsemen. There we go. And there we are. Okay, that's probably going to have to be it. The White Harbor Knight Commander. Oh, these guys are actually pretty good. Okay. Yeah, so we'll keep those guys around as well. And there we have it. So we basically just... Well, we made a pretty fantastic garrison here, actually, all things considered. Very nice. And, yeah, okay. Let's see what happens. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.